Hey everyone, welcome to the Justus Parrotta 1988 podcast, Season 1, Episode 6. In the next 5 episodes, I'm going to be discussing the article Capturing the Magic of Pianistic Sound and Touch Toward a Synergy of Ear and Fingers in the Creation of an Artistic Image by Vladimir Valjarević. It is from RAST Musicology Journal, spring 2022, 10-1, pages 79 through 97. Link in the comments to it. What I wanted to explore with this particular article is talking about composing from a perspective of teaching a keyboard instrument, since he mentions composing in here. And of course I'm going to be using the 3 objectives of the composer-performer, which are as follows, which are to 1. Create material that they know how to perform themselves. Number 2, disseminating their own work. And number 3, making a library of their own work. Some of the topics that Valjarević talks about are learning how to train the ear at the instrument, and etudes or piano studies, mental practice, which is very key for a musician, also for composers as well, piano pedagogy, and piano teaching. On page 91 of the article, he talks about writing for the piano, and we will focus primarily on that in the next installment of videos, along with some of the history of pianist composers in the early 19th century, late 18th century. The other thing I should mention that he discusses that I had brought up in one of the previous episodes was the Industrial Revolution and how I believe that affected classical music. One of the things I'm going to say this right away, this is on page 79, is that he says the revolution of the 18th century aided in the mass production of pianos. That is a very key and crucial factor because most of the time they were built in more of a workshop environment, but because of the more factory-like environment of people creating pianos after piano after piano, that means more people could purchase them because they were easier to make, which there's benefit and disadvantage to that in terms of quality, whose use became a favorite of pastime middle-class families. What that means is that because of the accessibility of the piano in Europe at the time, it became more regular. And he also points out that conservatories became very big with the Industrial Revolution as well, because people needed to be professionally trained rather than doing the traditional apprenticeship model. They needed to have a school system. Here's the portion that discusses that. With such increased interest, the need for professional training surged, and conservatories sprang up throughout Europe, led by the performing stars of the day. That is how everything transitioned from apprenticeship into more of a academic pursuit in terms of music in the 19th century. Those are some of the key and crucial factors that will give some insight into the future episodes that I will be doing on the Valjarević article. And again, like I did with Kazan article in the previous 5 episodes, I will analyze this article according to the 3 objectives of the composer-performer, which are 1, create material that they know how to perform themselves. Number 2, disseminate their own work. Number 3, make a library of their own work. Thank you, and see you tomorrow when I discuss point number 1 in terms of the Valjarević article. Thank you.